Look how beautiful Fresno is today. It is sunny out there. And after I finish this next interview, I'm going to go outside in the sunshine and play. Why am I sitting in this dank studio all day? This show is called Artists and Authors, and we talk to artists, authors, but more than that, people who are doing cool things in Fresno. People say there's nothing to do in Fresno. Well, it turns out that every single day there's something to do in Fresno. That's why we have our next guest come on every once in a while. Kendra Lopez. Got the name right, huh?
Yes,
Step one. You first came, you had this idea for something called Fresno Art Run. Yes. And artists and people who loved art, you just go run.
Yeah. So that idea came about in early 2020. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of when I launched the group.
Before COVID, during COVID?
Well, it was always this idea coming back to the Valley and just being able to create a run community of my own. So what perfect way to create that than give us something to do while we were experiencing the pandemic. So
a way to get outside and do something.
Yeah, get outside, kind of explore the different pockets of town.
Had you been a lifelong runner at that point?
I would say for a decade, yeah. A little over a decade. But for me, my sense of community was always through running. Mm-hmm. So I knew that I needed to either find a community here that I felt comfortable with or create something of my own.
That's what you did.
And that's
Created
what I did.
A community.
Yeah.
And so you guys started running, just a couple of people, or did it grow and grow?
Yeah, so...
I think I saw it on Facebook or something the first time I saw it.
Yeah, so I started marketing it through Facebook, Instagram. So Instagram is my main source of marketing. And that's just kind of how I spread the word. Obviously, visually, when we're running places and taking photos in front of these murals or historic places.
Flash some stuff up as we're talking about this, and we'll kind of see.
People are interested in like, wow, where are these, locations? So that is from a trail run, which I'll talk a little later about. But just kind of in the area, whether I'm city running or we're trail running, that's my mom.
Nice.
I was able to have her run her first half
You
marathon.
made your mom run? Oh,
yeah, so that was amazing.
Yeah,
and this photo right here specifically, this is a big core of our run group. And a lot of these people, 2 of them ran their first full marathon. A couple of them ran their first half. And we were, training throughout the last 5 months. And we waited, and we all waited until the last person, came in, and we ran them in. And just to see that grow throughout the months and kind of showing up. This is part of my Run Happy Ambassador program I've had the pleasure of being a part of. So just showcasing not only such a big brand, but really...
Well, let's get down some definitions here.
Yeah.
What's a marathon?
So a marathon is 26.2 miles.
Oh, my gosh.
A half marathon is 13.1.
Okay.
A 5K is 3.1 miles.
Okay.
A 10K is 6.2.
6.2 miles.
Yeah, and then once you start going into the ultra marathon distance, a 50K is about 31. A 100K is 62 miles.
62 miles.
Yeah.
Wow. What's this picture? This is a fascinating one.
So yeah, this is really it's larger than what it is captured, but this is a mural in Chinatown, Fresno. And the idea is just to really expose and share the different, murals
so this
that are
exists
around.
right here in Fresno.
That
It
exists.
mural, that's what I love about when you come.
Yeah.
Now, I know this next place is coming
Yeah,
up
that's in front of Tower.
Across the street.
Yeah, so a fun thing that I'm doing this month is every Thursday we're meeting at 6 a.m. in front of Tower Theater, and we're running a 5K.
At what time?
At 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Every what day now?
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday. So today's about Tuesday, Wednesday,
Yeah,
Thursday,
yeah.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
And can people just count on that every single Thursday?
For the month of December.
Through December, okay.
Yeah, if it's not the holiday. But
Where
yeah.
can they find when you're running and where you're meeting?
So definitely on Instagram. I post a weekly runs. And I also just share other run groups. So I'll post them in my stories. Not a lot of people are aware, but there are so many new run groups that have come about. There's Latinos runs. There's Fresno beer runners that has been around.
They're running
Yeah,
beer.
yeah, and they're meeting at Tioga on Tuesdays this month. There's also Tulare Joggers, which they have a chapter now. So there's a lot of new running groups, and it's exciting just to really see that.
I'm going to come back to this marathon theme
Yeah.
in a minute, but people say this, nothing to do in Fresno. Second, I don't really have a lot of friends, or it's so hard to meet
Yeah.
people. What a healthy way to meet people.
Yeah, so definitely if you're up for the idea of joining a running group that's on Instagram or Facebook, there's always those options. There's also the local running store, Fleet Feet, which they have training programs for some of the local races, like the Jingle Bell, the Classic. So there's definitely enough of spaces that one can...
You could fit somewhere.
Yeah.
Now, so 26-mile marathon, I could see working up to something like that,
Yeah.
but are you running, not you, but your group, does everybody run competitively, or they're just, want to get through it?
Depending on the goals. I feel as an experienced runner, this year I hit marathon number 26, and that was my last full marathon was in Chicago. But for me personally, it's more about where the marathon is taking me. I'm looking forward to taking a lot of Central Valley people to LA in March, so we're all going to kind of go together. And for some, it's their dream race.
Yes.
They've never been to LA.
Now, let me ask you this. It says Los Angeles Marathon Ambassador. That's
Yes.
you, huh?
Yeah, so this is the first of its kind. They're testing out a pilot program. And my goal is to really let people know that the LA Marathon is a huge California marathon. Not a lot of people realize that you do not need to have a qualifying time.
Nice.
You do not need to be in a lottery. You can experience such a large crowd.
Everybody can run?
Yeah, anyone. It can be your first marathon. And the great thing about it is you're running with so many students, because LA has a students running program that runs the LA Marathon.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now, anybody can go and be in it.
Anyone can sign up. Yeah.
Now, does everybody start at the same time, or they start in?
So there's different corrals because it is so large. It starts at Dodger Stadium, and it's going to run through Echo Park, Hollywood Boulevard, and it's going to go towards Century City.
Okay.
So it's a point-to-point. And being that I am an ambassador, there is a discount, 10% off. So that's pretty cool.
You get 10% off? Or?
Whoever wants to sign up.
You could get me 10%
yeah,
off.
it's
Oh, I
Kendra
like that.
23. Use a discount.
What do I
code.
get if I
Anyone-
run? Do I get a medal?
You
or?
get a medal, a shirt, and because it's such a large race, you get to go to these expos that a lot of these elite runners are at and talking.
So not just the running
It's
event.
not just you
there's
go
a
and
whole
run.
thing.
There's a whole entire festival after, finish festival. There's the kind of shakeout runs with the local running communities, and it's really such a large experience.
You're a good ambassador for this, because you've made me feel like even I could do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, anybody could
Yeah.
do it. And I don't have to run the whole thing, right?
No, and that's the thing. Whatever the run is for you, that's your run.
Right.
You walk, you jog a little bit, however you want to take your time on your course, it's your day.
Now, of course, we've heard of the Boston Marathon and
Yeah.
the New York Marathon.
Yeah.
How does LA line up with all that?
I would say energy-wise, it's LA, definitely Chicago, New York.
Okay.
Scale-wise, we have our local San Francisco Marathon, but scale-wise, LA is pretty big.
Now, when is the LA Marathon?
It is March 19th.
No,
Sunday, March 19th. So there's plenty of
It
time.
started being spring a little bit.
Yes,
and
yes. The
things will be
weather's
happening.
great. And you start at Dodger Stadium. So I know most people are like Dodgers or Giants. But how cool is it to start at a stadium?
Anytime you could go to a major league ballpark, go. It doesn't matter if it's your team or not.
Yeah.
It's just a great experience. Now, tell me about the Chicago Marathon. You went? You
yeah,
ran?
so I went to the Chicago Marathon. I actually went with a lot of Run Happy team members from Brooks, so that was really nice to see them in person. It was a good experience. The weather was great. I personally am not planning on running Chicago or New York again. I kind of want to put my
You've done them both.
I've done them both.
Okay.
I want to hopefully one day do London, Tokyo, Berlin.
What a great way
Yeah.
to have a reason to travel, an excuse.
And to travel.
When you get there, you instantly have hundreds and hundreds of friends that you've never met before.
Yeah.
How fun. So, well, if you're interested in this lifestyle, you don't have to go to Chicago or London or anything. Just come run around Fresno.
Yeah.
And Kendra will drag you down to LA for the marathon probably. But every Thursday in December, go to Tower Theater, 6 a.m.
Yeah, 6 a.m.
How many people do you think will be running? Like 10, 5?
Usually we're about 3 to 7. It is colder, so dress warm. Have some reflective gear.
How far will you run on Thursday?
A 5K, so 3 miles.
3 miles.
That's
the
the goal. Yeah, that's the goal.
Do you guys people start dropping off after 2? Or
We're just
it's not a race.
No, it's not a race. We definitely talk. And it's more like just catching up with each other, kind of making those connections if someone's new, like kind of, oh, did you know that this person does that?
Yeah.
Kind of those networking ways of really getting people comfortable to be there and feeling welcome.
This is inspiring, and you are inspiring. This is happening in Fresno, you guys. A lot of things are happening in Fresno, and we want everybody. I mean, even if you don't want to do this, just know that it happens. You'll meet or talk to somebody. Say, you know what happens in Fresno every week? They have the.
Yeah.
Do you still call it the art run?
Yeah. So on Tuesdays we meet on Huntington still. Today we did actually 5 miles.
5 miles.
Yeah, we ran from Huntington and Cedar all the way to the ballpark.
You run up Huntington?
We run up Huntington all the time, and that's
cross.
a mile. And then we cross onto our street, and we go into downtown either through Bitwise or through Tulare.
You don't stop traffic?
We don't stop traffic, but sometimes I have to put my hand out to make
out.
sure
Yeah.
there's runners out here.
There's
so.
runners, yeah. Well, we should make Fresno very accessible for them
Yeah.
and for bicyclists and stuff
Yeah.
like that. We see a lot of good
Yeah,
changes. So.
it's really letting people know that our environments are changing and to be more run friendly, walk friendly, bike friendly. Yes, it could be a little overwhelming, but I think that we have to continue to put ourselves out there.
I have a friend that we go down to these restaurants in the tower, and she always wants to drive. I said, what? It's from here to Palm's a half a mile, so we're a quarter of a mile, an eighth of a mile. I like to walk everywhere. It's way better, fresh air, and right now when it's a little chilly outside, it's kind of nice to get out. I could talk to you for hours.
Yeah.
We're out of time. Anything else you want our viewers to know?
I guess 2023, there's a lot of exciting things still coming in terms of running wise and running energy. You know, the new year is going to start. I know people usually have goals. Remember that whatever the run is for you, that's okay. We all have to start somewhere, and there's always a local group that you can join, so you're not alone.
Fresno has not just your group, but there's bunches of groups.
There's so many other
But anywhere
groups.
people are watching us, even we have our Sicily people watching today. I'm sure there's running groups in Sicily.
Yeah.
You can find them, but here's ours. Go to, can they email you right there at something?
Yeah, they could definitely email at my good old Hotmail email address.
They still have theirs.
Or just send me.
Tell us what it is for those not viewing but just listening.
So my Hotmail email is klopeace@hotmail.com.
klopeace@hotmail.com.
Yeah.
You guys, let's all go running. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Truly inspired.
Yeah.
And we'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.